Hello everyone and welcome to another tutorial video in which we will see how to work with double lowboys in American Truck Simulator. It also applies to Euro Truck Simulator too. Now I'm talking about double lowboys. The reason is they are still doubles, and we just had a new module how to handle B doubles. So this trailer, as you can see here, is exactly as any other B double. That is, you use the same theory to drive with this trailer, including to reverse with this trailer. Now, if you are not comfortable using doubles, and more specifically B doubles, I already have a tutorial that shows you how to handle single trailers, because obviously you need to be proficient, very good at handling single trailers. I have a tutorial to explain to you how to use the mirrors and peeking outside the window, because the side picture is going to be different. Watch this video first. I will put the link in the description, and then I have a video that explains how to use B doubles. I will also put a link to this video, because actually this trailer, the Murray Lowboy double, you use it as any other B double. However, lowboys, they will usually transport scrapers, wheel loaders, excavators, and that type of thing. That is, you need to go to quarries, mining site, construction site, logging site, that type of thing. And in real life, you won't reverse this trailer like you would for a box trailer, for example. And you will dock it so that it can be loaded and unloaded. This is not how lowboys are used in real life. You will park the trailer so that whatever it is you are loading, an excavator, a wheel loader, whatever it is you are loading, can be done safely. However, it's not because you are going to be using simple parking, it means that you don't require good double skills. You will still have to maneuver around the side. Sometimes you will have to correct your positioning, even if it's a simple parking. So you still have to be proficient with doubles. And once again, if you are not yet at ease with doubles, I will put a link to the video in the description where I'm showing you how to reverse doubles. There are different types of lowboy trailers. Some are loaded from the front, that is, you detach the gooseneck and then you load whatever it is you are going to transport, and some, like the Murray here, is loaded from the rear. And I'm going to show you a few examples of some trailers being loaded from the front and some from the rear. Here, as you can see, the gooseneck has been detached from the lowboy trailer. It has been positioned, as you can see here, in the open, not reversed into a dock or that kind of thing that you normally would be required to do if you're using skilled parking and all. You want to work with lowboys, this is how it's done in real life. So it's detached, gooseneck from the trailer, and the excavator is going to be positioned on the trailer. Here, as you can see, properly positioned so that the excavator driver can now safely and securely, without risk of damaging property or causing injury to staff members, the driver of the excavator is going to position it on the lowboy, and there it is. Okay, and once it's on the lowboy, we're going to prepare the trailer, and the truck is going to reverse, and the gooseneck is going to be connected to the trailer. And of course, we are going to secure the load, in this case the excavator, and put on the flags and all. And now the excavator is ready to be delivered, and there will be situations like here where you will be required to reverse and do your maneuvers. This is how you work with Lowboys. The Murray trailer is loaded from the rear, which makes more sense to position the trailer in the open, very accessible, so that whatever it is you are loading, excavators, dozers, wheel loaders, wherever it is you are going to load and deliver, can be properly loaded from the rear, as you will see in those examples. Now let's see how you can do it in ATS or ATS2 properly. First, make sure that you select safe parking as parking difficulty. This way the simulator will place the area where you need to park the trailer in a more or less realistic way compared to where you would do it in real life. Knowing that in real life you don't have to park the trailer in a very specific position, but in American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator 2, as you know, you have to park within the allocated area precisely to be able to load the trailer. So put it on safe parking, but it's not because it's unsafe parking, it means that, as you can see here, skilled parking, you're going to be a super duper trucker, safe parking is for noobs. No, as already explained, that's not how it works. If you were to work with the box doubles, for example, then maybe do skilled parking, as you saw in the tutorial video if you've already watched it. But when using Lowboys, put it on safe parking. Now, that does not mean it's all you have to do. Unfortunately, you will have to manipulate console commands from time to time, and let's see why. Now we're going to find something to deliver, and remember, we just put safe parking as parking difficulty. Unfortunately, if you don't do anything else, something is going to happen. Let me show it to you. So first, let's select hopefully we will have one that is not too far. Of course, I'm not going to show you the entire delivery, just the pickup and delivery. So there it is, quite short. Okay, we'll select this one, and as you can see here, more or less what you would expect in real life. Quite open, and remember, this trailer is loaded from the rear, so once again, you still have to know how to drive with doubles, especially to maneuver around the site, as I will show you when you use the console command. If I want to position a little bit better, okay. So this we're gonna turn off the engine. Remember, it's still simple parking. Unfortunately, look at what will happen once we load the trailer. I might even use external view just to show you where we are. Look at the direction we are pointing, and let's load. Unfortunately, we are facing the other direction, which is not at all realistic. As you can see here, there it is. It's exactly the reverse direction. I'll show you here. We came from here. Okay, we parked here. And now we are facing the other direction. Fortunately, there is a solution for that. You will have to use console command. If you have never used console commands before, there are already lots of useful tutorials on the internet that show you how to access console command and what console command you can use. As far as we are concerned, I'm gonna show you how to fix this problem when you load the cargo and the truck is already facing the other direction. We don't want this. We want the truck to remain where you parked it. So let's see how to do that. Now that you have access to the console command and you know how to use it, let me show you what you need to do. So there are two commands actually. G simple parking doubles 1, which means that you will enable the simple parking, and it will do what we just saw. It will position the truck in an unrealistic way, and then you have G simple parking doubles 0. So 0 is to deactivate, 1 is to activate. You will need to use both in order to make the gameplay more or less realistic. So now, when we are going to pick up the load, and pay attention to that because it might be a little bit confusing when to activate, when to deactivate. So when you're going to pick up the load, you select G simple parking doubles 1, so that it will give us a more or less realistic position to park the trailer and load the cargo. So G simple parking doubles 1 when going to pick up the cargo. There it is. Now let's do that. Same thing as we did. Use your own trailer. Giving me the same thing exactly. Okay, so we're going to select this, and now as you can see it has given us the same spot. So as soon as you have your parking spot, now what you do is G simple parking doubles 0, As soon as you have your parking spot, put this on 0. Enter. There we go. So now let's go and pick up our cargo. There it is. Now, same thing, we're just going to load the cargo and once again, look at the direction. Let's go. Loading cargo. There we are. Okay, it did not position the truck the other way around like it did before. So, if we go external view here, we came from here, we selected our cargo, we parked here, and we are still here. And now, once again, as I said, you still have to know how to maneuver doubles, because sometimes you will find it's not just driving out of the side. So you still have to function with doubles. So now you know how to load the trailer without the truck being positioned automatically way out. As soon as you have loaded your cargo, what you're going to do now is console command again and G symbol parking double 1, so that when you reach the delivery point, it's going to give us once again more or less realistic way and a realistic spot to park the doubles. Okay, so you might want to watch this part a few times to just so that you know when to activate parking doubles, simple parking doubles 0, and when to activate simple parking doubles 1. So as soon as you have loaded simple parking doubles 1, there it is, and then you go and do your delivery. Of course, in order not to make this video too long, I'm just going to catch you when I'm about to make the delivery. We have arrived at our destination. Now we need to park the trailer where the customer wants us. And remember, because we choose the simple parking, usually we should not be required to reverse, but as you saw when going to pick up, you need sometimes to adjust. So actually, let's have a look at where we need to park the trailer. Ideally, you would have expected one of those spots here, but this is where customer wants us to unload. Okay, as you can see, it's still supposed to be driving forward, so technically you're not supposed to reverse, but once again, you will need to kind of manipulate the trailer to park it properly. So let's see how we're going to do this. those doubles. So let me see if I'm still within trigger point. Yeah. Now, gonna shut off. Okay, engine off. Very important before unloading. G simple parking doubles 0, so that it does not turn you the other way around, which will be super easy but very unrealistic to exit the area. So G simple parking doubles once you've parked and before unloading. So there we go, 0. Let's unload. And there it is, we are still facing the same direction. Now we still need to get out of the area. That's simple parking, but as you saw, if we use the console commands properly, you will still have to maneuver with those double critters properly. So now let's get out of the area. out, ready to proceed with whatever it is we need to. So we saw how to work with Lowboys in American Truck Simulator. I'm sure it will work the same in Euro Truck Simulator 2 also. And we did use simple parking, but because we don't want the truck to already reverse automatically, like change direction for the way out, we used console commands. And it gives us a more or less realistic spot to park the trailer for pickup and for loading. And this was a very good example. Even if you are using simple parking, even if you are using those console commands, you still need to be able to manipulate, to reverse, to drive forward with B doubles properly in order to still get the job done. And I remind you, in the description of this video you will find link to tutorials both for single trailers, because you need to get good reversing single trailers first, and then there will be also link to a tutorial for double trailers. It's a B double. It's actually what we got from the module, how to handle doubles. You will watch the tutorial and you will understand what I'm talking about. And even if we are using a lowboy, it's the same theory when driving forward and when reversing. There will be timestamps for this video so that you can watch the part where you're getting a bit confused when to activate simple parking for doubles, when to deactivate. But once you get the hang of it, you just have to do it a few times and you will find that it's not that tedious at all. So I hope you find this video helpful. If you do, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in another video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.